Hey, what's up, fellas? I just finished with the twins. You know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you some context to the story. I'm sitting in the backyard. It's light breeze. It's just great. The fights are over. The college football games I wanted to watch are over. And I want to convey something to you as men that women just don't understand. Now, I call them the twins. They're not actually twins, but they're pretty close together. It's a couple of boys. 13 and 16. They come by. They've been coming by for about 3.5 months. And the reason they come by and their mother comes and drops them off and picks them up is because they live up here on these way high, nice, multi. All of those homes up there are multi $1,000,000, 7 bedrooms, 5 or 6 bathrooms, pools, tennis courts, all that kind of stuff. But what a lot of women don't understand when they get what they call a high value man is that man has to dedicate a lot of his time to remaining, not becoming. They wouldn't be living there if they weren't successful, but they have to dedicate a lot of their time to remaining successful. And we'll cover that later next week, or maybe sometime next week, about the difference between becoming successful and remaining successful. But here's the rub. So those two boys have been raised for the predominant amount of their time by their mother and the maid and the gardener and all that kind of stuff, and the people who do the laundry and cooking and cleaning in their house. And those are all women. So today, and the boys can come in. I will never be. My wife's gone, looking out for her mother and that. So their mother knows that she can't come in the house, and I don't care if that sounds misogynistic or what. She can't come in the house when it's just me and her kids. There's no fucking way that's gonna happen. So, anyways, when I say hello and goodbye to the boys, am trying to teach them how and why it's important to be semi-formal, and that she's a big hugger and a big, oh, how are you, baby? You were gone a couple hours. How are you? Is everything okay? Well, see, good to you and this guy. And I'm like, I'm right fucking here. Anyways, and they turned around and were going to say goodbye to me, and I just gave them a handshake. Just a regular old guy handshake, no slaps or anything like that. And not the fucking, what do they call them? The bouncers, or what do the guys call themselves? Door guards, or whatever the fuck they call themselves. The bro hug like that. Nothing like that. Boom. Because they need to understand that when you meet a guy, you just can't walk up and fucking hug another guy. And that's how, when we first started out doing that, and she just seemed miffed that I wouldn't hug her children after spending time with them. And she groused a little bit about it, and I was like, all right, you have a good day. And here's the only thing. I don't charge them for anything. I don't charge anybody for anything. But I am very selective about the people who I let come here and I help. Teaching them, I teach them how to shoot, how to use a knife, how to use a rifle, how to use a shotgun, how to use pistols, derringers, karambits. Anyways, there's a pencil, how to use your thumb, how to throw a punch, thumb sticking out, how to gouge your eyes, all that kind of different practical things, so that if you actually end up in a fight, boxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, anyways, let me not get off the subject. But I get a text message maybe 3.5, 4 minutes ago. Now I'd say probably like 5 minutes ago. And it's from her husband and the father of these two boys. And it says, laughing my ass off, LMAO, thank you so much. And what it had to do with is that Here's the whole crux of it. Now I know I spent a long time telling you, women cannot raise men, and I don't mean that they can't provide for them and provide them for security, but men have to have an understanding of what's expected of them culturally. And that's not something women are usually exposed to and don't understand. Look, I'm telling you, there's so many effeminate men now that you just, and that it was so strange to that mother that I wouldn't give their sons a big hug and a kiss on the cheek goodbye. That's not how I roll. That's the hardest thing I have to do with Latin American, and especially Mexican culture, is they come up and they hug you and kiss you on the cheek like they've known you your whole life, and I'm like, ah. Anyways, I don't want to get into it too much more than I already did, but uh, I hope some of you guys, if you have time and the ability, would you take some of these younger men under your wing? And I'm not talking about. I don't dominate these guys when I talk to them. We screw around in the pool and goof around and all this stuff, but they need to know how to throw a punch. They need to know why their thumb isn't sticking out here. I can't tell you how many of the younger guys have their fists like this, and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Or what? And I always get them all a mouthpiece, and we fit it for them. And I talk to them about having 2 ears and one. Look, there are so many things we as older men have to pass on that because they isolate us so much with the internet and that we don't have the ability to provide like the tribe like men tribe the men of the tribe of men. There we go. So anyways, I'm getting long-winded. It was nice. The father knew exactly what I was doing. And the mother was just she couldn't understand why I wouldn't hug and kiss her kids on the cheek. So it is what it is. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope that you help. You don't have to do a lot. Maybe just tell the guy, hey, look, you have 2 ears and one mouth. You don't have to talk as much as you think. Hey, put your fucking cell phone down. Do some push-ups. And none of the things you have to tell them have to cost them anything. Going for a walk doesn't cost them anything. Doing some push-ups, doing some sit-ups doesn't do. Doing some calisthenics, steam engines, the rest of that, jumping jacks, all the rest of that stuff. Just and tell them it's okay to be a guy. You know what's the wildest thing about the youngest guy? He did like this to me. He go just like this. I promise you. He goes, hey, and they call me Coach. Hey, Coach. And his brother was inside using the bathroom. He said, hey, look, I need to show you something. And he goes like this. And he had hair under his armpits. And he was like, what's going on? And I was like, that's a normal part of becoming a man. And they're like, well, my mom doesn't have it. Anyways, it's just fucking hilarious. Um, there's nothing wrong with being a guy. And you know what? Whether you believe it or not, gentlemen, you older gentlemen, these younger guys just need a little bit of help. All right. Oh, shit, this is way too long. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. If you can't, take care of yourself. Like a fart in a G string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out here. Bye-bye.